Hi guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to create a robotic gripper mechanism using Creo PARAMETRIC. So let's get started. So first of all, let me just tell you how to download and access the part that I'm going to share it right now. Okay, so if you have watched my previous video, you can skip this part because I know you guys have well knowledge about downloading that. So if you are new to our channel, new to this video, kindly watch this. So first 5 minutes, sorry, it may be 2 minutes. So I will teach you how to download and accept the parts like this parts like you can download and access by using by joining as a member, as a basic member of 29 rupees per month. So not only this part, by with my membership you can download all the parts which I have created in this channel. Okay, so once again, go for our channel homepage, or else that's fine. You can if you can't able to go there, no problem. Like in this video description you will have this 3D model link. The same link will be available here also. Either you can click here or click there. So once you click this Google form link, you will have this page. So you have to enter the password for getting the drive link. Okay, so for the password you have to watch this video. So this is a bicycle video pinned on our channel homepage. So you can watch this video. Once this video is available only for the members, so you have to purchase the membership with 29 rupees, so that at the end of like the last 5 seconds you can able to see the password. So you can enter the password in this Google Forms, so you will get the drive link, right? So after clicking the drive link, you can have a home page like this. So here you can access all the parts, like I said before, all our big projects you can download and access is here. Okay, so you can also download by using IGS format also. So for some parts only Creo format is available. So if IGS format is required by you, you can comment me separately. Okay, so here we have a robotic gripper mechanism. So let's get into this. So why am I posted one more folder inside this? Is because I'm just going to upload one more folder here for the images. Okay, so that's why. So here we have the CAD file. So let me just download it. Okay, so as usual, don't get into the folder, and once you have around 15 parts, so don't download it by separately. Try to download it as a total zip file. Okay, so because it may have some like a glitch over there. Okay, so we have downloaded this one. So I think we can close this tab right now. Everything is fine. So let's go for the opening of the parts. So let's go for the open. So here we have the downloads, and this is the downloaded zip folder. Okay, so for some Creo version formats it can't read the zip file. So I have version 7. I hope this can be opened by zip. So if that's a problem, try to unzip and open the files. Okay, so here we have the CAD files. So here we have the part, and I have attached the analysis definition also over there. Okay, so here we can't see that. So let's open the assembly. Okay, so this is the assembly that we are going to create right now. Okay, so here in this assembly you can see here there is no message here, like missing model notification here. So apart from this, all these parts, everything is there, right? So nothing missing here. So let's assemble this part. Okay, so let's close this and let's make it as it not applied. And the next thing is, this is going to be the assembly. Okay, so let it be the same name. Okay, and our unit MMNS ASM design ABS. Okay, so at first, okay, so I think you are new to this part names, right? So part 1, part 2, I have mentioned part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 videos. So all these part dimensions, like everything will be uploaded as a part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 video on upcoming days. Okay, so this is the assembly video. So on tomorrow you will have a video for part 1 and part 2, and day after that part 3 and part 4, like that all the making video will be released, so that it will be very easy for you to understand. Okay, so in this video we are going to assemble, as I said before, we are going to assemble the first part as our part 1. So this is going to be the default position. Okay, so the next part that we are going to assemble here is the bearing part. So let's assemble and let's get into the bearing. And bearing, it will be the same as pin. Select the axis and select as the axis. Okay, this axis, and for the face, select the back face and select this back face. Okay, so once you see that, we have assembled our part. So click on OK, and next it will be the next bearing part. Okay, so for the bearing, again. So here I'm just going to assemble one more bearing on the back, like here, and this axis and this face with this face. Okay, so because our thread rod need to rotate smoothly, right? So for that we are attaching our bearing on both sides. Okay, so the next thing, let's assemble the thread rod. So where is our thread rod? Yep. So make sure your longest thread should be on the back side. Okay, so here we have the longest gap. So for the thread, I'm just going to use the pin. Let's select this axis and let's select this axis, and for the translation, select this outer face and select this outer face. So once you see, we got placed our thread rod. Okay, so that's fine. We can able to rotate this, as you can see, right? So let's click on OK. So now the next thing that we are going to assemble is our next part. So that's going to be our part 2. Yep. So this is our main assembly part. Okay, so for this, at first I'm just going to use the cylinder. Okay, so cylinder of the, like, we have to use the axis coincident. So thread rod axis and this new part center axis. Okay, so for this, you can see once we created our cylinder mechanism, you can see we have moved our part, but you see it intersecting with the solid part, right? So we can have a translation axis, but before that I just want to create one more place. As you can see, it can be rotated like this. I just want to place this. So for that, let's go for the new set. So here I'm just going to use the general constraint. So this, what is this, front plane, and we can only able to select any plane, right? So it's a general constraint. Yep, so we can select this part 1 front also. So now it is got constraint, it can't be rotated. Okay, so it can be, but wait 1 second, let me just undo it. Yeah, okay, so that's fine, we have placed here. So the next thing is, like, we have to create the slot for this. Okay, so for the thread rod, and I just want to make sure whether my point is towards which direction. Okay, so because I have created a point, so here we can see this is my point that I have to use this on our slot mechanism. Okay, so no problem guys, like we have placed this general, so by dragging this will not ruin our mechanism. Okay, so that's fine. So let's go for the new set, and this is going to be the slot mechanism. Okay, so for the slot we have to select this smaller top side of the curve. Okay, so then hold down our control key, select all this and select continuous curve, this one and this one and this one. I think it's done. Nope, it's not. Okay, so one more and one more. Okay, it's done. So now we have to select the component item, that's nothing but our point. Okay, I think our point has gone. Point display, right? Let me just look for the point. Okay, yeah, here we have the point. So once I click this point, you can able to see that our part is fully constrained here. Okay, so let me just click on OK just for now, but we have to do one more mechanism over there. But let me just check it with the thread rod. So now we can see that if we move this part is moving. That's fine. Okay, so this is good, but as I said before, if we move this part, it can go outside of this part. Okay, so for that we have to create some translation axis. So for that, let me just go for the part 2 again. So here in this cylinder constraint, we have to go for the translation. Okay, so in this translation, we have to select the component reference, and where is our assembly reference? Like this is going to be our assembly reference. Okay, so now we have to enter the value for our minimum and maximum limit. So let me enable it both. Okay, so yeah, our minimum limit, definitely it should be some positive values. So let me just go for the front view. Okay, so 31 is fine. So I'm just going to be 31 as my minimum limit, and for the maximum limit we can measure it. Okay, so 63, let's go for 64. Okay, so we can go much more there. So let's go for the some more view for bottom view. I think this is good. So let's go for 70. Okay, I think this 70 is fine. So somewhat it is near to the end. Okay, so minimum and maximum limit are set to value of 70. Okay, so let's click on OK. So now we have placed our part 2 in here. So let me just drag it back. Okay, so now let's go for the next part. So the next part is going to be our part 3. So let's import the part 3 here. Okay, so this is as usual, we can select the pin mechanism. So let's select the axis. So as we have turned off it, axis, and the next thing is this bottom face, Okay, it is got placed. So the next thing is like we have to repeat that one more time on the other side. Either you can assemble it one more time. So I'm just going to use the repeat option. Let's go for the repeat, add, same axis and surface. Okay, so let's assemble our next part. So the next part will be our part 4. So let's import that. So this is going to be the pin as usual. Let's select the main axis and let's select this axis, and now for the translation select these two faces. And then one more thing, that we have to merge it with the part 3. So for that I'm just going to use the cylinder constraint for the new set. Here we have this axis and this axis. Okay, so now it is got fully constrained. So now we are good to go. So now I have to repeat that for the one more time on the other side. So either you can do it for the one more time, or else you can use the repeat option like this. Okay, so here we have to do the same, this axis as the top face and the axis of this previous part. Okay, so yeah, it got twisted, so no problem, we can cancel it. Okay, no problem, we can do that one more time, or else like, okay, for changing the direction that might be not good. Okay, let's assemble it one more time, no worries, because you see the direction is towards inside, but if you do that on the other side you have to switch the direction. So instead of using that, you can directly go for the assemble one more time. Pin, axis, face, and oh my god, it went back, no problem. New set, cylinder, axis, oops, it went so bad. Okay, let me just okay, so I think this pin is good, right? So let it be. Okay, so I have to make it towards in like this. Okay, so now we have to do that again. Pin, and make sure your smaller direction is getting inside. Okay, so new set and a cylinder here again. So select this and this. Okay, so now it is good. So now we have almost assembled our 4 parts. So the next thing that we are going to assemble is part 6. Okay, so not part 5. So part 6. So part 6 we are going to assemble it for the multiple times, around 4 times. Okay, so let's do it faster. So pin on the back. Okay, so here, here, and bottom face, and this top face, it should be outside. Okay, so we have to do this for all the 4 directions. Okay, so let's go for the repeat itself, because we have to do for multiple times. Axis and surface, this axis, this surface, and the same on the top, axis, surface, axis and surface. Okay, so we have created this. So done. So the next thing that we are going to assemble is our part 5. So let's go for the assemble. Let's go for the part 5. So this is going to be our gripper. So let's rotate it like this, however in which direction we want. So at first this is going to be the more connection thing here. So at first we can go for this itself. Okay, so this one, and oops, I have selected the wrong line. Axis and this bottom and this top. Okay, so this bottom. Okay, so bottom and bottom. So now let me check it whether this got fully aligned. Okay, that's fine. So now we have to assemble our, like, align these top and bottoms. Okay, so for that we can directly go for the new set, cylinder, and this is what, part 6 axis, part 5 axis, new set again, same do for the bottom also, part 6 axis and part 5 axis. Okay, so good. Either you can use repeat for this also, but I think definitely it is very difficult to create this one more time on the other side by repeat. So okay, let me try that. Axis, okay, surface, okay, axis, let me try. Yep, so axis and bottom face and top axis and bottom axis. Yeah, I know this would have happened. So that's what I said, like we have to do that one more time. Okay, so we have to assemble that one more time. Okay, the direction is perfect. Pin mechanism, axis, top face, bottom face. Okay, fully constrained. So now new set, cylinder, this axis, okay, so the same on the back, new set, okay, this axis and this axis. Oh my god, yep. So fully constrained, finally we have done this. Okay, so we can drag it, this one, and we can check it one more time whether it is working perfectly. So now you see it's working perfectly, right? So the final thing that we have to create is the servo motors. So let's assemble the servo motor here. So it will be the general constraint, because we don't want to create any mechanism for that. Okay, so we can directly go for the general constraints itself. So let me just select this face and this face, and this will be a coincident feature. So one more thing is the top. Okay, so or else before getting into the top, we can directly make it as a axis constraint. Where is this? Okay, so assembly item, axis, and the middle axis of the servo motor. Oh my god, so connection definition is incomplete. Yeah, I know. So instead of that, we can select the planes if possible. Okay, okay, so this is done. So plane and plane of this. Okay, so now one more set, So let me just go for the axis display, this axis and this axis. So now you see it is fully constrained, right? So let me just click on OK and have a look on it. Okay, so this is good. So the only thing that I have to verify is the holes for the server, whether it is okay, it is perfectly aligned, right? As you can see here. Okay, so everything is done, guys. So the next thing that we have to create is the server motor. So for the server motor, like if you get into the application, if you get into the mechanism, you can see multiple pin joint is there, cylinder joint is there. So it is very hard to place the servo right in here. So either we can create our name over there itself. Okay, so let me just go for the thread rod, and on the thread rod I'm just going to create a servo motor. So I'm just going to rename this connection as servo connection, enter, done. So now we can go directly for the connection and we can create our servo motor over there. Okay, so before that, as you can see, this is fully like holes in here, right? So I have to create a screw for that. So either it is not a thread screw, just like a normal screw for our views. So let me just go for 18 to 20. So here we have various heights, various dimensions, right? So for that I have created some according to the dimensions. Okay, so axis to cover that area I just have created a part here. Okay, so oh my god, I have clicked the wrong axis, so that's not going to be my axis. This is okay. So this one and the top face and this bottom face. I think this 20 is the perfect for this one. Okay, done. So now I just want to repeat these screws for this one. Okay, select not seen. Okay. Okay, just clicked the undo option, no problem. So let me just go for the repeat again. Axis and surface, add it, axis, surface, and what else we have in, so this is also similar, axis, surface, axis, surface. Okay, no, that's different, right? Oh nope, I just want to remove this one, remove this one. So these two is fine. So the next bigger screws that we have to go through is 25. So I think this is 25. Yep. Pin, this one, face, and the face. So yeah, this is perfect. And then I just want to repeat it on the other side. Axis, surface, add. Okay, so this is not going to be my axis. We just remove this. Okay, so yeah, it is perfect. So let's click on OK. So the next thing is 40. So it's much more bigger than that. So I think 40 is for this point. So this one. Okay, and the bottom face. Okay, fully constrained. All right, so let's repeat that. Okay, so this one is here, right? And I think we can use in here also. Let me check it. Yeah, it is perfect. So the only thing that we left here is this big thing, right? So for that okay, let's go for the next 18 to 50. pin. So yep, one more second. Yep, here, here, and okay, I think I have selected the wrong axis, so let me just look at it one more time. Okay, so this axis, and drag it this face and this face. So yep, it is perfect. It's perfect. So now we have to repeat that few more times. Axis, surface, add. Okay, and then on the other side. Okay, so done. So I think we have assembled these things perfectly. I think the appearance only, like, we have left with the appearance. So I think I have to do this. I think I have saved that, but I don't know why it is gone. Miss rubber. So I think this is fine. Yep. So we'll repeat this. For the entire part, save it, close it, and for this one. So this is 50. Okay. I think we have to create it one more time for the 40s. Yeah. Okay. So I think everything done. So everything looks perfect. So the final thing that we have to go for the servo motors, right? So except that everything is done perfectly. So let me just check it one more time by using the drag option. Okay, as you can see, it is driving perfectly. So yeah, at first let me just check the direction of the servos. So mechanism, either you can go for the servo motor and select the connection, or else you can go for the connection joint, and here we have the servo connection that we have renamed on the third rod connection. So let's go for the rotational axis, and here we have the servo. So this is going to be the angular velocity and coefficient as 30 degrees per second. As usual, we will use the same value. Okay, so here let me just check the direction of the motor first of all. Okay, it's towards the front. So if that's the matter, we can drag it to the end to check. Okay, so this is our maximum portion as we have used the translation axis. So here you can see we have some gap. Okay, so perfect. So now we can go for the applications mechanism, and here we can go for the larger value of 500. Let me check it. Okay, so yep, let's run it. So that's all guys, so thanks for watching, and you can see like we have done this. So like all these parts and dimensions, so everything will be released on the daily basis on upcoming days, like part 1 and part 2. Okay, so thank you guys, so thanks for watching, and if you want more videos related mechanical engineering or any other content, you can comment below so that I will upload more and more videos based on that. Okay, so thank you guys, we'll see you next video with very interesting content. Until then, bye.